Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode. Which one? I think I remember this. No,
906.
yeah, it's 19. It's 19.
Says
Episode 19.
19.
It says
Close.
19.
Very
I just had to
close.
look at the title. It was 19. I keep track by the titles. Yeah, so it's episode 19 of Savage Tide. We're getting back into it. Quark can join with us for a last-minute family emergency. That stuff happens. Yeah, I'm Eric, your DM, your host, your
Friendly
hopefully not.
neighborhood roller man.
Yeah, yeah, roller man. Yes, I am the roller man. That is the new term. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay. My pronouns here they. I'm Eric Fulgaris everywhere, and yeah, let's throw it over to Katie.
Hey, I'm Katie. I play Finian Cragwolf, cleric of Istus. We both use she/her pronouns, and my inspiration thingy today is I lost the page. Is try to get out of a situation through explaining how you're lost.
Okay.
Really need to do that shit.
Yeah, you do,
I'm
Henley.
sorry.
Speaking of which,
Hello, I'm Kelsa. I play Bajko. While my pronouns are she, her, Bajko is he, him, half orc barbarian. And my inspiration for today is during a fight, make sure others are watching to ensure they witness that I am destined for fame. Yeah. Probably gonna die. Wait, no, that's every week though, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
If I don't almost die, I'm doing it wrong as a barbarian berserker.
Yeah, I mean, I get personally offended that I haven't done enough to make you almost die.
I mean, you're slacking, Eric.
Yeah, that's really what it is. And Henley.
Hi, I'm quickly writing my thingies. I'm Dave. Nice to meet you all. I am going to be playing the fantastic Pinnell Apple, who is a macaw rogue, but in reality, he's an actual bard. Not really, though. He's a rogue. But don't tell him that. So my current inspiration, I'm going to roll a 1d3 because I've only written 3 of them.
That's fine. Are you a
so, yeah.
macaw croca? Crocra? I'm trying to make that work.
Hey, look, that's a hard word. Okay. So this day is inspire your companions into doing deeds worthy of stories. Cool. That's easy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I've got the other 2 that I've just written is deliver an insult onto your foe that will turn heads, and the next one is a bard takes a backseats in all stories. Not yours though. Show your companions why you're the protagonist.
I mean, like,
I love that one.
I feel like when I first told you this idea, you're kind of like wank, whatever. But like, you get, I don't know. Those are really good. Those are ones that are like really, really. Those are very good.
Henley.
Those are very good. Yeah,
I think we're gonna compete for ego over here.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I mean, here's the thing about when I find a character that I like playing, and I have a very small sliver of characters that I play, and they're generally very charismatic, very sort of egocentric, dicks with a heart of gold, however you want to pronounce it. And when I get into that character, it's very easy for me to find a groove very quickly. So
perfect. Yeah. Cool. All right. So this episode 19. I don't have time to recap all of the previous episodes. So, where we last left our heroes, we followed up saying goodbye to Melos, who's repairing their circle, their temple, their giant glittering reef. Sort of like magical font of druidic power from a Sohagwin invasion from the abyss and stuff, trying to summon some great aspects of the evil Sohagwin shark god. So they were able to do that, but we had to bid farewell as Melos took on the overwhelming task of trying to repair this place, which is going to take years, whatever.
He put down his staff and picked up a mop.
Yeah, so it's going to take a while, but that's the duty of any good druid. So we said we bid farewell to them, and we got back on our ship, and we're back on the trail for Vanthus Vanderborn. So what we did was we went over and remember way back we got a weird map sold Bajko, or was it Finny? Or no, it was Korik. It was Korik, I think.
It was Korik.
Yeah, Korik. Korik. Korik was the one who was trying to hunt down Vanthus. Vanthus, he met a weird piratey elf who sold him this map, saying that there was that he sold a map like just like this to Vanthus.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Bajko.
Oh, was it Bajko? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Bajko.
All right. Well, I think you're right now that you mention it. But yeah, it was
Bajko has far more
acceptability,
enthusiasm than intelligence.
Oh, for yeah, especially when it comes to finding Vanthus.
Especially when it comes to finding
right.
Vanthus, exactly.
So that overrode your suspicions, as wasn't a good idea. But you did it anyways. You followed up on them. So we landed in we're playing in Greyhawk. It's called Tomoakin. There's the ruins of a great city. It's the equivalent to sort of like an analog to some kind of like faux Mesoamerican pastiche that I'm trying not to be like insensitive to. But for the most part, so we're going there. We encounter Dave's character, Pinal.
Yeah.
And he told them about an evil basilisk that was in that lair. This giant.
I told them not to go to the evil basilisk. That was the difference.
Yeah. So, anyways, they did that. Killed them. Found out that there's a giant like seal in this ruined temple where this basilisk is. Decided to nope their way out of that. But Finny couldn't help but look in some other rooms, and they found a reality warping many-mouthed creature, and they noped away from that.
Didn't like that.
Nope. And they went so they left back. They're like, you know what? We're getting back on our ship. And as they got back to the ship, they realized that where they docked their ship was not just water, but a giant floating ooze that's currently attacking their ship. That's like washing to the shore. It's basically this entire cove where they landed is this giant ooze. And so that's where we're going to pick up. We're right in that fight. So, my favorite words, roll initiative.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I set mine up right. I got a +5 initiative because I'm a dumb rogue. Let's go. Ah. Crushing it.
That's a very good roll.
Is this how big this cube actually is? Is it
it's
like
actually
the
bigger
size
than
of a boat? Okay.
Yeah. It's this entire like bay. It's the biggest ooze you've ever seen.
It's just the ocean.
That's too much.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just the whole entire
Sort.
ocean.
It is the whole entire ocean, and the name of the module, the show, Savage Tide, is just how savage giant oozes can be.
It's just
He's just spitting hot fire at us. You know, he's just like put down a diss track.
So
That's why we have a bard with us now. You can counteract it.
Rogue.
Right. So Korik isn't here, but Korik's going to participate in the combat. He gave us permission to Jaeger his character, which has we done before, and so I want to ask you all, chat, to take bets on whether or not, since the last time this happened, Korik went down and nearly died. See if that's also on the table here this time.
I saved him in a way.
Eric Vulgaris, I inspire Korik to great deeds. My good man.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I remain skeptical. All right. Top of the order. Penal. Penel.
Okay. Like, pineapple.
I know. Penel.
Mm-hmm.
Pinel apple.
Penel.
Well, what do I know about cubes of ooze? And you feel free to flavor this as like, what is Pinel as a failed bard know about cubes? Because this will help me. Like an insight? Like what would you say that would be?
Well, let me ask you. Yeah, but rather than just asking me like to give you a Wikipedia article here.
No. I mean,
What are you looking for? Like, what should you be on the lookout for here? Like, what do you think its weakness is to exploit? What's the biggest danger?
I would like to say,
what are you assessing?
Well, I would know all about cubes and monsters and anything that I'm going to ask you in the future, Eric.
Yeah.
As bardic tales or songs or limericks, right? So I guess if a limerick would say something along the lines of an ooze smells like an orc flatulent. If you
Right.
put it on fire, it will
Ooze. Okay. The stories tell
blow
you
up immaculate. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, I'm
you've
good at that now.
you've never fought an ooze this big before, or you've never heard of a story about an ooze this big. However, every ooze that you ever heard in any story always involves a sticky situation, whether it engulfs somebody or it tries to you get like stuck to it, or it tries to get stuck to you. You also, but you know that they're relatively slow and extremely dumb. There's a very, very basic, just like amoeboids. Amoeboids? I don't know. Whatever. Very, very simple, like single cell kind of creature. They follow very, 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 very simple patterns of consume.
And what do they normally consume? Is it meat? Is it fruit? Is it anything? Do they consume trees?
Anything.
Anything.
Noticing all the debris, though, it doesn't seem like they like to eat, like, barrels and stuff. But maybe the things in the barrels. Right? So maybe not wood. But, anything.
All right, I'm going to start rummaging through my pack, and I'm going to find as many varieties of consumable items. Which in my case is probably nuts and dried fruits.
You're a thief, so you can do that, like, for free.
And I'm going to start experimenting on the cube as to what it would most likely consume, and then once I find that out, I'd like to make like a breadcrumb trail and try and lead it somewhere else.
Okay. It's currently engulfing your ship right now, though. Or, well, your friendship.
Oh, that's no fun. Okay.
Yeah.
So I turn to my
Leading it.
companions and I say, that cube has a ship inside of it. I hope that's not yours.
Oh no, it's definitely ours. We should probably do something.
I'm gonna smash it.
I would advise against it. Most cubes happen to be very much like your fingers after you eat a sticky date or a roll of pudding or something like that.
Yeah, if you smash it, Bajko, you might, the chances of you getting pulled into it are very high.
Then I'll rip it apart from the inside.
I like that. It would make a great story upon your gravestone.
Yeah. Okay, it's still your turn. Everything you've done so far is everything you've done so far is a free action.
Crossbow bolts. Let's go.
Right. So you begin doing the pew pew crossbow bolts at it.
Yeah, I'll take. How tall is it? Like how high in the
It's
air?
not very high. It's kind of like a very thin layer. Like it sits on top of the water ever so gently. Maybe.
Would you say the boat is sticking out of it?
Yeah, like you sailed into it.
Bloop.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's completely transparent. It behaves like water, but it's just kind of like the trashy foamy water that you see on like the edges of lakes and stuff like that with stuff in it. That's what this is.
So it's definitely deeper than a bird bath. Okay.
Yeah.
I will fly up 50 feet. Actually, what is the distance? 30 feet. I'll fly up 30 feet, and then I will pew pew. Am I a good man?
Very hard to miss this thing.
Well, if I'm 30 feet out, it'll still be like, well, it's disadvantage because you're an idiot. It's like, okay. All right. Normal. And
Yeah, that's absolutely
bonus action offhand. Okay, so the first one will include not sneak attack, I guess. Unless it's so dumb that it doesn't notice me.
It can't actually see you. So.
Okay, then. So sneak attack by default. So I guess that is 18.
18. Okay. The 6 actually misses.
Too high.
So I think maybe what that looks like is not that you aim too high. I just think your crossbow gets jammed or something and doesn't fire. Right? Because it doesn't make a lot of sense for you to miss something so big. So if you miss at the roll, it's probably it gets jammed or something.
Roger.
You don't worry. Like I'm not gonna say like, "Ha, now it's broken" or anything like that. It's just you fumbled, like the bolt fell out, or you have to remess it up in your 6 seconds or whatever. Right? So that's all. Yeah, so you've done how much damage again? 19? 18. 13,
18.
13 plus 5. Yeah, well, this thing's got a fair amount of HP.
Man, the accordion sounds cool. I've just put it on the background for kicks. And there's like a Final Fantasy, the soundtrack in accordion only, and it sounds dope, actually.
Oh, I edited the wrong one. There you go. Okay. Right. This thing's health bar is very, very huge. So yes, you did some damage to it. The crossbow bolts just seem to like just go boom, boom. Well, it doesn't really like pay it any mind. As it's
I think I critically injured it, party.
Yeah. Quark's turn. Then the cube goes, and then Finn, then Bash go.
Where does the cube go?
Yeah. Yeah. So Quark, Kelsey, you gonna?
Right, I'm Korik today. Well, partially. Does Korik have any long range stuff? Yeah, he's got a crossbow. Crossbow sounds smart. Korik is smart enough to use a crossbow. Or not.
Yeah.
Let's do it. 22 should hit.
Yes.
9 piercing damage.
You also critically hit it.
Did I?
No. I'm making a joke over its health bar.
Oh,
You've
gotcha.
done- yeah, you did 9 points of damage. Bar really has not moved at all.
That's super duper a problem.
Hitting it with crossbows is going to take a while.
Well, we might run out of crossbow bolts before then.
That's a real possibility.
Yeah, great. Okay.
The cube's going to go. The cube is going to begin to try to engulf your ship.
Are our bull sharks on the ship?
Yep, and they're fighting it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yep, it slams your ship. Real bad. Okay.
Oh no.
That's okay. So yeah, you're seeing it's like it's just damaging the hull right now. The bull sharks are doing what they can with like spears to like get it off the ship, but like nobody's gonna jump into the ooze or anything like that. So they just need some help.
Nobody except
Yeah.
Boschko.
The ship is taking the brunt of the damage. Yeah. Finny.
Okay, Eric, I have a sort of rules question before I do anything dumb. So at 6th level as a knowledge cleric, I have this thing called read thoughts. And I know that there are some spells that you like if you cast it to a creature with like less than 3 intelligence, you know, it doesn't work. Well, this doesn't say that. I'll put it in chat for you. It doesn't say like it won't work or anything. So it just has to make a wisdom saving throw. It's like, could I do that?
Yeah, you could read the ooze's thoughts.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to use my action to I have a feeling I know what its surface thoughts are gonna be, but I want to get close enough to it to I'm gonna like roll up right here. And
It's not a touch spell or anything like that, right?
I don't think so. You can channel. I'm using Channel Divinity. As an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. It has to make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, I can read its surface thoughts. And it lasts for 1 minute.
It gets a 10, which I think is not enough.
Yeah, it fails.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure its surface thoughts are just like engulf.
Hungry.
Okay. Yeah, that's all for me. I can't do anything with that until next turn.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, it's a very strange thought to read the mind of an ooze. You've never seen such purity of will before.
Okay. Yeah, that's all for Finny.
I'd imagine it'd be like reading like just a pure predator or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Single focused laser beam.
Exactly. It has no other thought.
That's what I
whatsoever.
mean. That's what Katie. I figured it was just gonna be like kill.
Hmm.
So
It's like
yeah.
it's actually like I wonder how my stocks are doing.
Did I leave the oven on?
Right.
Oh wait,
my friend Jerry's brewing an IPA. I wonder if that's good. No.
All right. Boschko is. How far from. Like. How far out is the ship? Like.
It's kind of off the map. You have a little like dinghy that I should probably put on here that you have. That you sailed in on.
Okay.
That's about it.
I want to get close enough. Okay, so I'm gonna jump in the dinghy, and then
There you go.
I'm underneath the dinghy. Thank you. And then get right up next to it so I can hit it with my warhammer.
Okay.
Because I do way more damage with my warhammer than I do by throwing javelins at it.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense to me.
So let's rage. Get away from our ship! Ah! That's a crit. Yeah.
That is very good. That is absolutely a crit.
There we go.
Holy fuck!
You rage.
And that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's 30.
Enough to kill it. Congratulations.
31 points of damage.
Yeah, no.
I'm ready for that health bar to move that much.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the health bar is doing, to tell you the truth. Oh.
Well, when you got 9,000 HP, it kind of
You can't
tends
really
not to
tell the
move at
difference.
30 damage. So,
I'm not frenzying, so I don't get 3 attacks, but I am 6th level, so I do get 2 attacks.
I'm just
There you
imagining an
There you
orc
go.
just
I
like
fixed it. I
wailing on
fixed
a
it.
wall of
Yeah.
blubber
go.
for like 9 hours.
Hold on. So I'm sorry. I was editing the bar to show. I had the denominator incorrect on the bar. That's why it wasn't working.
Wow. Okay, that's actually a lot more HP
Ah.
taken off than I thought.
Before,
good.
Yeah. Before you make a second attack here, though, your weapon
okay.
your weapon will possibly get stuck in the ooze as you like pull it
No, it
up and
won't.
like slurps down. Can you make a dexterity check? And this is
Dexterity,
going to be
not
this is going to be
strength?
true. Yeah. This is to avoid it for each attack. If it gets stuck, if you fail the dexterity check, it is a strength check to remove it.
Okay.
Okay. Strength check to get out of to ply it out. You have advantage on the check.
I have advantage on the strength check?
You're raging.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Awesome.
Cool.
Do I still get my second attack, or does that take the rest of my action to do that?
No. You get your second attack now. It's just that
Sweet.
each
Okay.
attack
Well, then I got a
requires
16, and then I hit it for 9 more damage.
This.
And then I need to pull it out again.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Or
As you're just like
I need-
smash, as it's like getting stuck
okay,
and flopping down like
I
it's mud.
fail that, and then I pull
And
it
pull
out
that
again.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You're not even avoiding the fact that you're like
I'm not even trying to avoid the fact it just
that it's
gets
getting
stuck.
stuck.
And I'm just like,
no, you just pull it out each time. Yep.
yeah, good, perfect.
Pinel? Pinel?
Well, since we're doing that much damage, I don't feel bad about keeping on shooting it. So let us continue.
Swing away.
Eh.
An 11 will hit.
How's an 8?
An 8 will also hit.
Woo! The first one includes a sneak attack. So what's that?
I think it did the sneak above you.
It did. So 15 and then 8. So that's
23.
23, yeah. The only reason I have, because I have it as a global damage modifier on the sheet, so it just always is on. But we only have to include the first one. So
Yeah, that's no problem with me. That's a good way of doing it. I mean, you sneak attack more than you don't, so. Cool. Yep. So another barrage of bolts.
Pew, pew.
Korik. Is Korik loading their crossbow or?
Yeah, I think so. I think another crossbow bolt is going to come at it. That'll hit.
Hey,
8 more
you.
damage.
Yeah. And thank you, 12-sided guy, for donating 500 bits to the Greyhawk channel. Very kind of you. 8 more damage to the ooze. The ooze splashes and sort of wiggles, being like, this ain't right. Why is my food hurting me? Because you're still detecting thoughts. I imagine Katie's detect thoughts is still going, right? Like it's not just an instant thing. Yeah, so it's going on the whole time. That's why. Okay, cool. Okay, whittling down, a little less than half. All right, so you are all still on the beach. The cube goes. The cube's gonna go after Bajko because it's the closest to you. It's finally noticed, being like, mean.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
The attack's a 22, which probably hits
Wow,
you.
that actually hits me.
Right. So it's gonna hit you for 17 points of bludgeoning damage and
Owie.
8 points of acid damage using average dice. You are also grappled.
Okay, what is half of 17? My brain is not working.
It's like-
8?
You round down, right?
Yeah,
you round
okay.
down?
8. And then how much acid damage?
8.
I have to take all of that. Okay.
And it lashes you it grabs you around the bicep
Ow.
as like part of the ooze like forms a like a tentacle or pseudopod and just kind of goes plop like on you. Like a small little wave. It just like ploshes down on you, and you fight most of it off, but one of your arms is still kind of stuck in it. And you'll have to get if you want to not be grappled. You have to do that on your turn. It's Finn's turn.
It's fine. I ain't worried about it.
What do you do, Finn?
Okay, so another good thing with that read thoughts is for this minute, I can use my action to cast suggestion without expending a spell slot.
Oh,
So I'm going
nice.
to cast suggestion on it, and it automatically fails it. Fails the save. So,
Wait, it
Finny-
does?
Is it one of those things where it has to understand the language?
it does not. That's what I was asking Eric. It does not say that in the thing. It's very. But if Eric wanted it to, I'm fine with it.
I must be
Who's this?
thinking of command, actually.
I think you are,
I'm-
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So hold on a second. So it automatically fails its save as a suggestion. I'm not sure about the Lord Bard thing. That's why I only asked because I'm actually that's the part I'm not.
Yeah, I put it in chat.
Oh, you did. Oh, there you are.
Earlier,
Okay.
but here it's
Yeah.
again.
Thanks. Thank you for repeating that. You can read its surface thoughts. During that time, you can cast suggestion. The target automatically fails its saving throw. Yeah. Holy crap!
It's a
That's
very
really
good
cool.
channel divinity thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Awesome, Katie.
Yeah,
So what do you do?
I sort of I think she steps like toward like the water's edge, and with this like
Nom, nom.
connection to the cube she has going on, she just makes a little suggestion. Maybe you should let our ship go and just go about your day. Just a very easy suggestion. It can't be anything that makes it hurt itself, and it just has to be.
Can it hurt you?
What do you
So
mean?
my initial thought here is that the ooze is going to be like, oh, okay, I'll let the ship go. I'll just attack you instead, and just attack you on the shore rather than the ship. It, like,
I
it
mean,
thinks
she'd
you're
be
a
okay
separate
with
thing.
that. She wants the ship safe because
Right.
they can handle the cubes, but they don't need the ship destroyed.
Okay. I was just wondering if that, because like that seems very like, it not eating anything seems like that's completely out. Like it must eat.
Because it has to sound reasonable. That's probably not
Yeah,
reasonable.
but
to
it's-
keep. Yeah, I
The
completely
reasonable
agree.
the reasonable thing is
Can
to
I
not,
suggest
not eat
something?
one thing, but eat this other thing instead. Yeah, of course. Tell me what's up.
Just suggest to her that there's plenty more fish in the sea.
Yeah, like you could have suggested that like to go eat somewhere else as well. Like I don't want to rob you of a suggestion that like seems like that doesn't work, but no, telling it to eat somewhere else.
Yeah, I think she'll do that. That's a good idea, Henley. I think she's just like, leave our ship alone and just go find a meal elsewhere, deeper in the sea.
Yeah, your ship.
I know a great glittering reef where there's plenty of dead bodies.
There's a few seconds, right, and then you see like your ship that's sort of like listing right now because of like the ooze is like attacking the side of it and trying to bring it into itself. Like you see the ship like creak as it goes and like rocks back. Yeah, it definitely seems to begin to let go. It lets go of Bajko. But it's Bajko's turn.
Awesome. So it does or does not let me go.
It proceeds to let you go.
Okay, cool. Cool. I'm just.
Do you attack it?
Oh yeah, totally, 100%. Nobody told me not to attack it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how to handle her.
I'm not very smart. I realized I was doing something wrong because I actually have 2 levels of exhaustion, and it didn't actually make a difference based on my dice rolls, but I should have been rolling my dexterity saves at disadvantage and my strength saves at nothing, at
Advantage.
Yeah, advantage. Yes, exactly.
I think
because
you were rolling your
of
strength saves advantage anyways.
The first time I did, the second time you were like, you have advantage. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I didn't the third time. Anyway, the point is that I will do it correctly from here on out.
Okay.
So I'm going to smack it again with my warhammer.
Sure.
Kapow!
Absolutely.
Got him.
Solid blow.
Bam. And a second time, or no, I have to do my saves again. So first, dexterity, I fail, and then strength, I'm fine. And I attack it again. That's a lot of damage.
That is quite a lot of damage.
And then dexterity, that's supposed to be a disadvantage, so I'm gonna roll it twice. Actually, is that good enough?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
15?
That is way better. Yeah.
Amazing. It wasn't even on purpose. It was totally on accident.
For the record,
It's just
for
like
you,
I hit it.
it's a DC
Huh?
10. I was going to mention so the next time, like, oh, did it save or not? As long as you beat a 10, it's good.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I mean, I just rolled really poorly before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even trying. It just like I smacked it so hard that it blew apart, and there was nothing to hold on to it.
Yeah, each
That's what I
concussive
think.
force is just like it just creates a little ripple that you just able to pull your like a suction of just like whoosh, of space from the force of your swings. Yeah. Cool. So the ooze is going to take 9 plus 11, so it's 11 plus 17. It's 28.
Jesus Christ. 3 million damage.
Yeah. Right. So
Getting
what
in there
happens?
and doing damage is Boschko's job.
Yeah. So it's the top of the order, but what happens is that it was like okay, like it was like getting ready to leave. It let you go, and then Bajko probably thought something to the fact of like, ha, rookie mistake, and like come at it again. Something
That's
like
all
No
that.
me.
one turns their
That's
back
on me.
on me.
I didn't yell, Boschko, don't attack. Boschko, don't hit. It's on me. That's on me.
Yeah, and so then like the ship was guiding itself, and then it begins to like clunk, and you're like it's getting attacked again and getting kind of on listening again. Pinel.
So I'm going to
keep
fly
calling you
down
Pinel.
here.
Go Pinel.
Penelope Cruz. No. I'm going to land next to Finian.
Finian.
Finian. And I'm going to land next to him and say, did you really just ask the cube nicely to leave?
I find that asking things nicely tends to work, actually.
So I'm gonna lick a feather, right? I pluck the feather out, and I'm gonna pull out a little ink well, and open up a book, and I'm just like, "What did it say to you?" And I like open my eyes real wide, like waiting for your response as I go to write down like what you say.
It's just really hungry, and now it's mad again because Boschko hit it.
A cube the size of a small town hungers for food that can't be found. Oh man, this story writes itself. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then I keep writing down notes and completely ignore the combat, Eric Bulgareth.
Oh my god!
That's perfect. Thank you.
That is perfect.
Finny's just staring like, are you gonna do it? What? She's just so confused.
All right.
And I'm just like, don't interrupt greatness. And I keep writing.
Are you just
I love
hovering?
that
Are you
so
hovering while
much.
you're writing this, or are you on the ground? Just from a.
No, I'm on the ground. I'm literally standing right next to her. It's
Yeah.
like,
Amazing.
I can't flap my wings and ride at the same time, Eric. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, of course. Silly me.
Only bards that
Naturally.
graduated Bardic College can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can do that.
What do you think I am? Magical? Jesus.
Holy shit.
Warwick?
I realized I forgot to swear a vow of enmity against this thing last time, so we're definitely starting off with that.
Remedied?
I guess I have to be within 10 feet of it, so he's got to get closer for this.
Yeah.
And do I have any magical attacks? You know what? No, we're just gonna go ahead and hit it with the greatsword. So he's got to get right up in there.
Okay.
Can we both sit on the boat and do
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
All right. He's gonna join Bojko on the boat and attack it with a sword. 16.
That's absolutely a hit.
8 damage, and
Yep.
then I got the
They
looks
attack
like
twice.
right. I was looking at my smites though. I gotta check my spell slots.
Yes.
I do have a spell slot left for that, if I remember how smites work. Can I Searing Smite here?
Yes, you can.
That takes a first level spell slot.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. 6 more burning damage.
Yeah. Brutal.
And then we'll attack again.
You do the strength check first. Or a dexterity check, forgive me.
Oh, right. First dexterity. It's fine.
Yep.
All right, and then a 10 is going to hit or miss.
A 10 will hit.
Amazing.
8.
6 more damage.
That's minimum damage on those dice. Minimum
Well-
damage of 6. Cool.
fantastic.
So that's 14 slashing and 6 fire. For 20 points of damage.
I'm not going to. I don't think I can smite a second time.
Lose is getting beaten up real bad.
Oh wait, the whole point of the vow of enemy burp was to get advantage on these rolls. I'm gonna roll 2 more times. I'm gonna roll at advantage right now, and then apply the first one to the first roll and the second one to the second one, just in case I crit.
Oh yeah,
just,
totally.
Just in case. No,
Makes perfect sense to me.
but I had to try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Got it. All right, now come at me, brah.
Cube's going. Yeah, definitely. Ask and you shall receive. 21 on you. All right. 17.
That's Bojko, right?
17 bludgeoning and 8 poison.
Acidic, you mean?
I thought it was acidic.
Acid. Sorry. Thank you. 17 bludgeoning, 8 acid.
Got it.
See, when I'm smart and prepare as a DM, I can just write the average value for the damage into the sheet, and so I don't have to.
So why do you
put the
do
roll.
average instead of rolling? Can I ask? What's the deal behind that?
I think
Just easier?
it speeds. Yeah, it's easier. Speeds up fights, I think, a little bit.
Mhm.
I'm never too worried about like, this is going to be the creature that kills you, kind of thing. I have a whole campaign to kill you.
I mean, Eric, if I know your rolls, which I do, you tend to roll fairly garbage rolls.
It's a
so-
hedge against my garbageness.
Yeah, it's a hedge against your garbage.
Maybe.
So I think you're giving yourself a fairly good advantage. Eric.
So you're saying because of our previous experience together in role playing games, you know how badly I roll, that it's actually it's a crutch.
I mean, Henley,
Okay.
ever since he started working for Roll20, I'm 100% convinced he is, rigged every single game that I'm in because I haven't rolled over, like a 10 since Eric started working for Roll20.
It's true.
I'm pretty sure he lost an entire campaign of Mouse Guard to us because he could never roll a success.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I'm very bad at rolling d6s. Okay. The cube is gone. The cube is once again. You are grappled again, Bashko. Finian.
I don't even care.
Finny is going to use her inspiration to cast Guiding Bolt at this motherfucker.
Okay. Yes.
2 orc warriors sitting
That
in a
wasn't an
tub.
advantage though.
One used a greatsword and one got a hug. Oh
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna roll it again. I forgot to turn advantage on. Okay, well, 23 hits
Okay.
regardless. Both of those hits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm casting it at 3rd level,
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good roll.
and I'm also going to use that divine inspiration thing that I got forever ago and haven't
Yeah.
used.
Yeah, and use the d20.
Yeah, and I'm going to add that to my damage.
Okay.
I quit.
What does this
I'm gone.
what does it look like?
Wow.
Mother! Oh!
No way. No
How
way. You've been
fitting.
saving that.
How fucking fitting is it that I've literally been saving that since I got it?
You've been saving that for literally like 13 sessions.
I was like, it's my last session. I'll just use it and get rid
Yeah.
of it. I got rid of it.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
so mad. I'm so angry right now.
Man, that's
That
that's
sucks.
that's luck. That's luck right there.
I'm
Role playing
so
games.
fucking
This
mad.
just hates you. This just
God.
curses you.
Damn it. Well, that's all for me. Whoever attacks next has advantage.
Bajko, you're grappled. That is your turn.
All right. Do I have to become ungrappled before I can attack it?
You can attack the
no,
same
but
creature that grapples you. Yeah.
Grappled is different than restrained. Grapple just means your movement is 0. I don't think it even
Oh
affects your
yeah,
attack
I don't
rolls.
need to move. I
No, it
wasn't
doesn't.
running away from this thing.
Right.
So the only thing your grappled stops you from doing is attacking a different target.
Gotcha.
Like, you literally can't do that, and you can't move
Yeah.
unless it's like you resist strength. But at that point, you might as well try and break out. Right?
Yeah.
So-
I wasn't planning on doing either of those things. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hit this guy. But I have advantage because of guiding bolt, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's twinkling with the light of
A
Istis.
19 definitely hits.
11.
11 more damage.
That's enough to kill it.
Well, then I won't bother with my second attack. No, that's not true. Boschko is going to totally hit it again, even though it's dead.
Pulverizing it.
I don't think I actually get the nat 20 or because it shouldn't be at advantage the second attack, so I actually miss.
Okay.
That's
you weren't
fine.
recklessly attacking.
No, I was not.
Well, 9 would still have hit it. Yeah. You pulverize.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
It has
it's
a very,
super
very
dead.
low
Okay.
AC. Yeah.
Dear
Super,
God.
super dead.
This creature, wow, yeah, it's super dead. The ooze sort of explodes and begins to dissolve in itself as it just kind of like gurgles and just falls limp.
I'm just in
and,
the back clapping like, woo!
and
That was
it begins to break
amazing.
up. Yeah, not necessarily dissolve, but just kind of break up and fracture like cracking ice.
Mhm.
As it bits and goops, just turns to foam.
Ahoy, the ship! Are you all right up there?
Ah, they cheer and they're okay. The ship definitely looks like it took some damage though. You probably need to go check it out.
Oh, I love the idea that the cube has these giant red X's over its eyes.
Ice.
Yeah. So the ooze has fallen. You are all rescued and safe. Yeah. As you can see, kind of the point. It's funny. This just as a site editor's note. This ooze has claimed the life of many an adventurer back in the day.
There'd be some
You
sweet
all
loot
easily
floating around in
handled
that.
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
there
wanna
say,
go-
any sweet
yeah.
loot floating around in the water? Because Finny's
Well,
gonna.
There was a bunch of detritus floating around. You want to go look around for it?
Yeah,
Sure.
might as well.
I'm gonna go head back to the ship and try to make sure that the ship is okay. Bashko somewhat feels responsible for the since he somehow got put in charge of the bull sharks, he feels responsible for them, so he's gonna go help them out and help the ship.
Mhm.
I feel like probably Korik is gonna help look around for stuff though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to the ship then for sure.
Okay.
I'm more interested
Okay.
in people.
Gotcha.
Finny, what about you?
I'm looking through the water, like, and seeing if anything's washed up on shore. You know, I can wade out to anything. I'm looking for stuff.
Sure. Okay. I kind of I have a picture in my head. You don't have to like roll to find stuff and that kind of thing. I assume everybody is kind of just taking their time.
It's like, you know how you put a penny in a glass of Coke and then it comes out real shiny? That's what I imagine. Like the gear inside of a cube is like.
Yeah, it's super extremely well polished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anything that's not destroyed is probably magical.
Yeah.
Well, unless it's metal.
No, exactly. There you do find a skeleton down there holding with two items of note. The first one is that there is a dull brown leather sack, magically preserved, and the second thing is on that skeleton is a bright silver band.
I'm gonna take both of them.
Yeah.
And when I get back up on the ship, I am going to spend the time to 10 minutes to identify both of them.
Yeah. And spend the money to do it in the.
Yep, and then I'm broke.
Okay.
Oh well, I may not be broke. I'm almost broke.
You have to spend money to identify things in this game world?
It's 100 GP.
It's 100 gold in the cost of the spell.
What
does it look like when you identify things? Like when you cast this as a ritual? Because I think like rituals look like something, right? So like what is it?
Yeah, so she does sort of the same thing she does with augury. She sits down and has the items in front of her, and she takes out that piece of very thin blue thread. And I think she sort of performs a very similar ritual when she's like, you know, letting Istis lead her way. So she's saying a prayer and asking Istis to, you know, give her the knowledge to find out what these items are. And I think she's also, while doing it, going through her mentor's journal to see if there's anything that, like, you know, sparks an idea in her mind. But a lot of it is just using that thread, letting it hang above for Istis to pull the thread in a certain way.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, so there are the first thing you notice for the bag is I guess maybe that's the first thing you identify in my head. You definitely feel that the bag can hold much more than what appears.
Oh,
it is a bag. It is a bag of holding. But I don't think identify opens up the bag. You just know that there's extra dimensional space in the bag.
Yeah.
Several large cubes slime out of the bag of holding. No.
Do you open the bag or do you go to the ring next?
I go to the ring next.
Sure. Okay. So this is a ring. It's a plain silver band. In fact, it does not appear magical upon first glance. Other than it radiates a sort of power, like it's humbly flexing its might.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, it's a ring of mind shielding.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
And weirdly enough, I think I identified would give you this property. Normally, you would have to attune to it, but you get the presence of a life form. Like it's alive.
Sentient.
Yeah, the ring is alive. The ring has a personality.
Yeah, not gonna put that on. Mm-hmm. But when she identifies these, she gives a bag of holding to Korik. Because she trusts that he can keep up with, you know, everything.
Hold on, real quick. What does identify will tell you the properties?
I can put it in chat real quick. There you go.
Thank you.
No. So normally in 5e, Eric, you have to spend an hour of meditation with the magical item in order to work out its properties.
Yeah, to attune it. Right. I wasn't sure. It just says it requires attunement.
Yeah, so that's how you attune, and that also tells you, like, theoretically, that also tells you what the item is when you attune it as well.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, not all items require attunement though, and identify will help figure out what the features are of it, if it's something that does or does not require attunement, because
Right.
there's some stuff that you could just
The bag of
use.
holding, yeah. Bag of holding does not require attunement. This ring of mind shielding does require attunement. The question that I had here was, make a then to answer this, can you make an Arcana check, a knowledge Arcana check?
Sure.
Sort of like your knowledge of rings, of magical rings, and what this could do. 19.
19.
Perfect. You know that the ring itself isn't sentient. You know that the ring is holding something sentient. The ring can keep a soul.
Interesting.
So yeah, she's gonna give the bag to Korik. Then she's going to I think go up to Pinal and just hold out this ring. I think this might be something you're interested in for your story that you chose to write instead of helping us. But this could maybe help you out. There's something weird with it and seems right up your alley.
Well, I've never lived in an alley, but I'll definitely take a look at it.
Yeah, she gives that a
Do you put it on a feather, or do you
Yeah, sure.
Or do you want to
Fuck it.
like do you look for anything like, you know more stories. So like Katie knows the academic properties of magic. I'm sorry, Finn knows the academic properties of magic items, but you know sort of like the legends and more of the things.
That-
around.
That's why she gave it to Pinal too. She thought he
So,
might.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to examine, there's possibly more to know about this ring than what I've declared. But if you want to try to consult your sort of memory of things, or
Yeah,
or not.
I like
I
the
leave,
idea
I leave that
that
to you as a character choice.
I like the idea that my memory of legends and stuff like that is more like songs and stories and stuff that I've heard
Yeah.
passed down, and from word to word, mouth to mouth, and they're not always necessarily like. I like the idea that there's a wrinkle of truth in all of them, right? Because
Yeah.
all the stories are sort of based on something, but
So
they're not
frontal,
necessarily
yeah.
true by any
Right.
sense of the
Well,
word.
this
So-
one, the reason why I'm giving you this option too is that this is just for us, dramatic irony wise. This item does have a history with pirates and sort of the sailings and swashbuckling. So I think that it seems maybe apt that you might know something about this ring.
Okay, all right. So what do you want me to roll here? History?
I think so.
Insight?
What do you think? Tell me
I-
when you recall your stories, is it like a research kind of thing for you? Is it like you putting the pieces together, so it's more like insight rather than analyzation? I think
it would
you.
if you're describing it like that, then there's definitely no analyzing here. It's more like I think
Just
I've heard of
feeling
a
it,
story of
feeling it
something
out.
like this. You
Yeah.
know, like yeah.
Right, then it sounds more like a wisdom, so I think maybe insight.
I'll tell you what, I will use an inspiration on this, and I'll whip out the accordion. And the way that I sort of jog my memory, as it were, is I play through a couple of tunes that I think sound similar to the story, right? And maybe I'll go into the story. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Advantage.
A nice 3/4 time waltz or a polka.
Yeah, polka
23.
probably.
Yeah. The ring tremors. You know that this belonged to a famous pirate.
Mm.
A pirate. You don't know his true name, but you know that he's the legends of Krusty. Krusty the pirate.
And so as I'm playing the accordion, it's like I sing of a tale of a pirate named Krusty who is known around the world for being damn musty. He stands atop of his ship because he doesn't want to get hit by the seawater to remove the smell that he's come to know well.
Yeah.
So then I sort of look at the band and I'm just like, so how did you get in here, old musty Krusty?
Yeah. You know that, yeah. Specifically, you know the legend of Krusty is that Krusty avoided death, avoided the hangman's noose by this magical ring several times, and you know that he has a companion or had a companion, a cleric that would then go and revive him. from the like his soul from the like resurrect him from the ring.
I see. Interesting. Well, much like every brave bard in all the stories, you don't learn things by not doing things.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna slap this bad boy under my ankle.
Okay. Yeah, so it's going to take you some time to attune, right?
Yeah, I'll continue
Makes
telling
you-
stories about how he's known for standing next to scared people on the hangman's noose and turning to them and saying, "Is this your first time?"
Right.
So
I think when you put the ring on immediately, you get one of the effects of the ring, and this the first one is that
Sweet.
you are immune to magic that allows others to read your thoughts.
Good.
Either
no one gonna get
to
my
read your
secrets.
thoughts, to determine your lying, know your alignment, or know your type.
Hell yeah. No one can know if I'm telling the truth or not. That's perfect. I love that.
You have consent-based telepathy. That you can't telepathically communicate with other people automatically, but if someone tries to telepathize with you, they're gonna get you're gonna get like a message request being like, "Hey, do you want to accept this communication?"
Yeah. Bad mage wishes to FaceTime with you. Do you accept?
Yeah. Big fuck off mage is calling you on Discord or Skype. You heard the
Do you accept his reverse charges?
Yeah. With a little green and red little phone call icon.
So what
In
did
your
you
brain.
call this bad boy?
That's a ring of mind shielding.
Cool.
I think maybe you know it by another name. Maybe it's like Krusty's Soul Gem, or like something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you also you haven't unlocked it yet, but you definitely do feel that the ring has like a thrum to it, and repeats the song that you played to it, like in like the vibration.
Like an echo or something?
No, more kind of like the percussion of like the notes, like if you were trying to clap to the beat of a song, right? Like
Okay.
it's like it. So like there's definitely you feel that there's a personality in this ring, but you haven't.
All right.
You haven't
If
had
I
enough
play
time to
more
unlock
like
it.
what do they call them? The type of I had the name for this a minute ago.
Mhm.
What are they? A shanty? I'll play a
Yeah.
shanty on there and see if he it reacts differently.
Yeah, it hates the shanty.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
You know that Krusty hates shanties.
Oh,
Krusty's a polka man.
Polka Man.
Yeah, so you have some time to get to know that ring. Chat was mentioned. They feel the song "Oh, who lives in a ring under the sea."
Oh no.
I
Krusty.
Krusty.
When you said Krusty, I was like, oh god, we're in SpongeBob.
Thank you, old school. Yes, that was perfect.
So after she identifies those things, I think Finny is going to go find Boschko
Yeah.
and just see if he's helping get the ship repaired and help any way she can too. She has no idea what she would do, but she knows that Boschko knows a little bit more about it.
Oh my god. Sorry, I have one more.
Oh,
Twelve-sided
Jesus
guy
Christ, I just read
says,
it.
does this make the ghost of Krusty a polka geist? That is
Get outta here.
That is worth repeating. That is worth repeating. I stand
It's
by
not,
that
Eric.
one.
It's not.
That is a
It's
good
not.
one.
Play him off, accordion cat. You're out of here.
Yeah. Right. So you go. I imagine you all are on deck of the Black Storm,
Hmm.
looking at the ship. The ship definitely needs some repairs. You can say, like your hull has taken damage. Henley, can you do me a favor?
Yo.
Can you roll a d8 for me, please? Just to slash r
Yeah,
d8.
my man. Four.
Okay. You'd think it's going to take you about 4 hours to repair, right? But it's just
Okay.
some simple, like acid damage to the hull. It's hurt. It like hurt the reef, right? But it's like growing back on the ship. Oh, Yeah, by the way, if you didn't watch last episode, they've been fixing up the ship with some living reef.
Should
A gift
be,
from
should
Olos.
be, should be fine.
Yeah, so it's going to take you about 4 hours here of just like minor repairs, making sure things are going before you're able to shove off again.
Yeah, I think Finny helps any way she can, like with Bajko and the bull sharks. Trying to like, you know, do carpentry work that she's never done in her life, and just trying to lend a hand because that's the best thing she knows how to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah, and Bojko is basically listening to the bull sharks and doing whatever. I mean, maybe not whatever, but basically taking their lead as far as what to do to fix the ship.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. There's so it's just some hammering and sawing and stuff, some basic carpentry. You have to use supplies. Some of the supplies to do this that are on your ship. So, you're kind of the first mate, so to speak, Bajko. So, could you roll the DA for me, please? This is your
Sure.
supplies of 6. Okay, you're fine. You still have plenty of supplies left over. If you would have rolled a 1 or a 2, your supplies would have went down to a D4. But no, you still got plenty.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
All right. So I think during these 4 hours or though, we begin to see. I think the camera probably will stick to Pino for a little bit with the band. And Pino, I think the next thing you notice as you're getting attuned to this ring is that you have the power to make it disappear on your finger.
That's around my ankle, but yeah.
Or
okay.
sorry, your ankle. Yeah, like you can hide it. Like it hides itself. It conceals itself.
Cool.
Not you, but the ring itself becomes invisible.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I just make it invisible by default.
Yeah,
I think.
if you took it off, like if you could still take it off as invisible, like you can see it. I think maybe there's a time like maybe we like you. That's the first time we showed like hey, check this thing out, and everyone's like, what are you talking about? So you're like, wait, what? And you're like, oh, you can have that power.
Cool.
Right, but anyways, the ring, it can turn invisible. You can hide it, and it's not really detectable. Like a detect magic or anything like that won't just immediately find this hidden ring. Right.
Excellent. That's good to know. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'd light up like a fucking Christmas tree if they looked at me anyway. I don't think the ring would be the first thing they spot, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's also while it stays on you for a little bit, you hear the first like telepathic knock from Krusty.
I was wondering when you'd show up, old chap.
Who be ye?
Oh my god.
Who had?
So
Who
this
has
is kind
me
of going to
sold?
be. I'm going to speak outwardly at first, right? Until I realize that I'm doing it. So I'll bow to no one and I'll outwardly gesture like I'm talking. But I'll say, you have the great opportunity to talk to the wondrous and amazing bard Pinnel Apple. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Grr. I know no one of such name. Yet you have me ring, which means I've died.
It would appear that way, yes. But you have the best host you could hope for, because you can live forever in tales of your greatness.
Well, you give me quite an honor there, sir. But, Mr. Apple, I'm afraid that just won't do. You see, I kinda like walking around on me good leg. Feeling the air. Smelling the sea. Plundering. Not sure
Go
I can,
on.
not sure I can agree to just being a incorporeal spirit. No, that
Well,
won't
what is
do.
it that you would have me do? Perhaps we can come to some sort of
you-
arrangement.
Have you come across me mate, Zebula Dractus? Have you heard of
What
the
do I
name?
know of this?
Yeah. Make a history check.
5, probably not.
Never heard of him.
Can't say that I have, and I know just about anyone that's worth knowing.
Well, you know me, but you don't know me first mate.
I didn't know you. The only thing I did know about you is that there's a limerick after you about how bad you smell, sir.
Let me tell you, that's well earned. There'll be no lies. Well, Dractus is a good friend of mine. One who could get me out of a scrape. Like this.
I see.
If you could find him for me. Let me go. Perhaps there's a reward for you.
If you wish to seduce me with tales of gold and silver, you're speaking to the wrong macaw, I'm afraid. The only thing I'm interested in is making a name for myself off the names of others.
One not after the bubbles. A bird who doesn't like bubbles. Color me yellow.
Actually, it's a various shades of blue and green and orange in there as well. But I'll let that one slip since you can't see me.
Much obliged. So like, have you ever telepathized with someone before?
I mean, I'm talking outwardly, Eric.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, other people will like hear you talking, right? And he probably says, you don't have to run your mouth when you're talking to me, lad. But yeah, if other people want to like,
Dell's
in.
100, or not Dell. Finney's 100% standing at the edge, just watching, very confused.
I'm talking.
But she
to
also
Krusty.
knows. She also knows he has the ring, so she's like, maybe okay. She knew there was someone in the ring, or
Yeah.
like possessing the ring. So she's just like nodding slowly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like do that thing where I put my hand over like the speaker of the phone. I'm just like, it's just Krusty in the ring. I'm not crazy.
That's
Slowly.
you know what?
perfect.
You know I can still hear you saying that. Once you consent to telepathy, it's hard to rescind it.
Then
Then you realize there is a mute button.
she's gonna go over and ask Pinel
Mhm.
do you want to not talk to? I can try to fix this. It seems like
Oh no, it's fine. Talking to the dead about their lives and about what they've done is a fairly interesting and unique proposition for myself. He is, however, very needy. He said hello and then he said, "Put me back in a body straight away." And I'm not about needy people, you know.
that makes a lot of sense. Okay, well, as long as you are having fun with your newfound friend.
Oh,
I
I'm
won't
sure
worry
to
about
whiff in very shortly, but I can always turn him off, which seems to be very useful.
She just nods very like she understands but doesn't really, and goes back off to help with the ship.
It's a sentient ring thing. You'll understand.
I get it. Yeah. She's just going back.
Yeah. Right. So it's gonna begin to ask you some questions here. He's gonna like want to know if you ever been to certain places. Because he's trying to like trace back what's happened to and where he died. He's like,
I also love the idea that I can lie to him
Yeah.
about where I've been. And I'm just like, of course I've been all over this world.
Well, let me ask you. Have you been to Sassurin lately?
Define lately.
The Jewel of the East. Boy, no city ain't like it.
Well, last time I was there, they didn't call to it like that. Well, maybe the people that I talked to didn't call it as such.
All right. Let's see. Well, what did they call it in your time then, boy? How long? Where'd you find me? Where'd you find me body? Tell me there's still a bone left.
There was a skeleton, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to, fly over there and look through the rummage. And I was like, oh, yeah. I like pick up his skull.
A couple bones.
What would your favorite bone be? Which is a good one to take with me?
Well, as long as you have one bone,
all right.
my body can come back to me.
I will take a finger bone.
Okay. Yeah.
Take a finger bone.
He's not very partial. Like this ain't the first time I've died, kid. I ain't not partial to my body in any particular anymore. As long as I get.
We find you inside of a giant cube made entirely out of the ocean itself.
That's ringing some bells, lad.
In a hunger and a fury like I've never seen or heard of before.
Now, that sounds like you're spinning a tale, but that ooze was no joke.
It was 50 foot tall, taller than any ship I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of ships. I've been all over this globe.
Is there any sign of me first mate, Zebula?
Let me ask. No.
I know there isn't. There's no way to know if these other like bleached bones are him or if he got away. There's just no way. This happened years and years and years and years ago.
Unless he had some sort of weird deformed skull, I'm sorry, we're out of luck.
What year you say it is?
Well, it's the year of our Lord, obviously.
I mean, that doesn't really help.
I know, that's the intent.
I know, but it's the current year is 596. If you wanted to lie to him, is why.
Okay.
It's the 25th of the good month.
It's the 25th of the very good month. In 529. You said, right?
No, 596.
596. I get those numbers confused all the time.
596? By the hells! How long have I been dead? And he tries to count. You're like, well,
I'm no mathematician, sir, but I assume
22 years. 22 years I've been in this ring.
Whoa.
It's felt like a day.
I'm only 5 years old. That's incredible.
He's thinking back now, God, by the gods, how long have I could have sworn it's only been a day.
That's at least 4 years.
His mind is getting blown right now that he's been dead for 22 years.
So what was it like back then? 22 years ago?
In the ancient past.
Yeah. I've only heard tales of such an age. I'm 5 years old, in case anyone was wondering. There you go.
So he probably... I'm trying to think of the most notable shit that would bring up. He's like, Caius, the worm god. He's been defeated. Considering you're not made of worms, right, kid?
I mean, I could have some worms. I'm not entirely sure, actually.
Oh, that gives me a relief to my spirit. I thought I was talking to a worm bird.
Would I tell you if I was? Worms
I think
sound
I could,
like slippery creatures.
I was hoping that I could feel it, lad. By the tone of your voice.
I had a couple of macaw friends that used to eat worms.
So this was remember, this is a deep cut from many months ago. The Wormfall Festival is a festival commemorating the fall of Caius. A group of powerful adventurers slew the demigod as he tried to ascend to the plains and become a evil the worm that walks.
He rose up off his belly and grew legs to walk upon the gods.
Now you're just pulling me leg, boy.
Oh, yeah. I thought you only had one. It would be very hard to do that.
Don't rub it in. A jerk. See, if I was a captain, I would make you walk the plank for such insubordination. But as the peg legs on the other foot, so to speak, I know that you have me in me ring, and you're my only ticket out of here. Make no qualms about I understand the power dynamics of this situation, boy.
I have a question for you, oh great dead spirit of 22 yonders. We
I'm an open
also
book.
found a bag with you. However, I've noticed that none of my companions have opened it. Perhaps you can tell me something I might be able to wow them with, like the contents of your container.
You see, and he's like,
Is it something
stammering.
adult?
No, it's just, that was me treasury, boy. And, I'm not good with accounting, and I don't want to, well... No one of
Are
me
you
crew...
saying-
No one of me crew is around, right? Can you just double-check that?
Look around. Is there any rising skeletons or anything
No.
like that?
No.
Oh, okay, good. No. I can't say that there is.
Alright. Well... Let's just say, old Krusty wasn't the best accountant.
You strike me as someone who's very good with numbers.
He winks, but you can't see it.
No, I feel the wink.
You feel
You
the
feel
wink.
a spiritual,
I've-
telepathic wink.
Oh yeah, it's you know how you get like the player glance that tells everything. Like it's like that, but with a ghost. So
So, yeah, there is a bag of holding. I mean, is somebody going to open it? And see what he's talking about?
well, I was gonna mostly
Oh.
just pretend like I'm all knowing and omnipotent and actually call out what was in the bag when they open it. So
Right.
Would Korik, Kelsa, this is your choice. Open the bag when Finny gives it to him. Remember, we killed him last time we did this.
you killed him by opening a bag of
Well,
holding.
no, last time we had to control him, we killed him.
I
So
don't
this
think a
is-
bag of holding's gonna kill him, but
What's
Like
in
the
the bag of
blind
holding?
maybe that's unlikely. That's pretty unlikely from what I know about bags of holding. It's pretty unlikely. But would he open it? I mean, probably, but also probably after we're done taking care of the ship. He's a pretty responsible guy. They're gonna look out for the ship and before finding what's inside of a mystery bag.
Well, as you can see, me plan was that I kept a lot of me gold in diamonds. For situations like
Callista.
this. I'm sure you know a priest or two. To raise someone from the dead truly requires diamonds. So, they also carry easily. Two birds, one stone, so to speak.
Hey, I take offense to that statement.
Oh,
I knew that was coming.
sorry. Sorry, lad. I, forgot that, my boy.
It would
Well,
take a very stupid bird to be killed by one stone, let alone two birds.
I meant no effect. It's a figure of speech, so to speak. Very sorry.
Yes, and
My-
you
my-
know,
my
it's
hat's
also a
off to
figure
you.
of speech that dead men tell no tales, but lo and behold, here we are.
We are both contradictions.
Very much.
I
so.
like you, boy. Listen, in that bag you'll find some petty cash. I have to keep some for the crew and paying for expenses. However, I should also find quite a lot of diamonds. About 20 or so.
Anything cursed in there?
No.
You're a pirate. Pirates have curses.
No. Any curse on me would go after I'm dead. Curses always work till you're dead. So it's a nice little loophole to fulfill those wishes and come back to life anew. Clearing the debts, so to speak. Works with marriages, too. Very clear till death do you part.
I take out my book and I start writing about how many wives would you say you've had up until this point?
Oh, I don't know you well enough to get into all of those details. Old Krusty doesn't kiss and tell, boy.
You're literally inside me, Krusty.
I am, aren't I? Well,
There's no closer bond than parrot and pirate, as it turns out.
perhaps we should have bought dinner first. I'm starving. I haven't had a meal in 22 years. Thought it was a day. Did I tell you it was a day?
Oh, it seems like that cube was walking around the bottom of the ocean for quite a while.
Tell you what, in
All right,
my
so
day, it was twice as big. It was the size of half the ocean. You caught it when it was young, or as it's a baby, than the one that killed me. Believe me, boy, there's a bigger one out there. No way you killed the one that killed old Krusty. Caught Krusty with his pants down. Never again.
You're only a very small skeleton inside of that very large cube, Mr. Krusty. All right, so I'm going to go find the party and tell them that they've stumbled upon old Krusty's safekeepings, and the diamonds in there are used for his revival.
Yeah, his resurrection.
Purposes. Resurrections. And that I have and that I'm carrying around his finger in the case that we wish to actually revive him.
Yeah.
I also muted Krusty while I told everyone that.
Sure. But here's a question for you, Finny, and stuff. Like, religiously, this person, like, isn't not necessarily is it moral to rescue this person, but this person is literally abusing life and death to keep going. He's not undead.
Yeah.
He's not undead. He's just crafty. He's a crafty, crusty person.
I mean, Finny can respect that.
But definitely defied fate.
Yeah, she outside of her morals, she can respect that. But I think she decides to she goes up to pulls Bajko aside and just says, I need you to, if he gets any ideas to bring this Krusty back to life, I need you to make sure it doesn't happen.
I thought he was our friend.
Well, Pinel sort of is, but this whatever's in this ring, it's not. And I think if we want to continue to have the blessing of Istis on our side with two people that follow her, we probably shouldn't defy fate.
Right.
I know you're not religious, Bajko, but just take my word for it.
I grip my javelin and look a little offended, but just nod.
In the background, I'm playing the accordion, being like a font of knowledge trapped in a ring, strapped upon a parrot's ankle. You know, starting to put together a rhyme.
Krusty's like, I hate it. Please, are you sure you don't know a cleric, boy?
Oh, I know plenty of clerics.
Now that I'm talking to someone, I'm really feeling a little claustrophobic. Would love to get my body back. Get me sea legs. Sea leg.
Yes, and I would like to meet the mother of crows, but you don't see me gossiping and telling everyone what to do now, do you?
Well,
if we come upon a cleric and that cleric happens to be one that is okay with reviving a salty sword like yourself, then perhaps that is something that we can do. But until that time, I think you will be a companion of mine and this party.
You feel his eyes glare at you and say, "Aye, aye, sir." See,
It is also worth pointing out that no great deed goes undone, and perhaps if you prove yourself worthy of story and song, we can find a way to repay you.
I know an empty promise when I hear it, boy. You have a trick for talking. I'll give you that. You have the gift of gab. Wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of it. But can't believe that there's any truth in that tale.
Every tale has a wrinkle of truth, my good sir.
Yeah, but mostly horse poop. I'm
gonna put
Krusty may smell bad, but that story definitely reeks of bullcrap.
All right, so
Yeah.
Captain, what's our next stop
Yeah.
on this grand adventure?
Finny, I think she instructs the bull sharks to they're gonna go back to Fort Blackwell. I don't think
Yeah.
they have anywhere else to they don't have any more leads because they didn't find Vanthus at Tomoakan, so yeah, she's just instructing the bull sharks to head back to Fort Blackwell.
Sure, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, so we're gonna head back to Fort Blackwell then. Get some ideas. You do know that you know the secret way around the Scarlet Brotherhood blockade if you wanted to go south to Fort Greenrock and stuff. But I think it makes sense to go back to the waters you've tread before, regroup, and see what we can do for like the next part of the game. Okay, so let me just do some quick rolls. What it's like traveling. It's a warm.
Random encounters.
No. Instead, it's just warm. It's fair wind, so you're not getting stuck anywhere. Just a general speed going down, but it is raining here in the jungles for the first week. Now, for random encounters, let me just check something. It's probably fine. Oh, that's the wrong table. I did not import this table yet.
Oops.
Not a clever lad. Heck. Doesn't necessarily mean monsters.
But what if it does?
Does. We are not in a cold marine climate. In a temperate. We're in a warm marine climate. We rolled a 63. Well, that's boring. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do instead.
Wow.
Just throw the table aside. Fuck that table.
Yeah, they're more like guidelines
Yeah.
than actual rules. I have no problem fudging things for it when it comes to random tables and stuff like that. When it's all GM facing stuff, do stuff for inspiration. But when it's if it's actually like attack rolls and stuff like that, I stick to the dice. Anything player facing, I do that, and I have no problem sharing. Like I make no secrets from there. Vinny,
Alright, sorry about that.
you didn't take any damage, right?
No, I've taken no damage.
Right.
Well, I did,
Right.
but we've had a week, so we're all healed up and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, but there is something else that needs to go on. Vinny.
Yeah.
As we set off for this week, you begin to get a real bad cough. You don't. If you, yeah, you feel
I
like
start
there's
giving her oranges.
you feel like there's there's some sort of like you have some sort of aversion to healing magic. Like you can feel it in your bones. Something's wrong, like a curse.
I know a way out of them if you like.
Can I remove curse on myself?
Yeah, but I think you have to identify what curse is going on you first.
All curses affecting one creature end. It doesn't have to know what it is.
Got him.
Okay. I mean, if
But
that's what the spell is.
I would not mind spending
But you
some
don't
time
know
to
if
try
it's
to.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I would maybe the way I feel and looking through my journal and things like that. I would try to identify the curse first before I did anything.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you think you got cursed?
The only place she would think would be if it's like hitting her now would be Tomoakan, something like in those. She looked over a whale with an eldritch creature inside of it. She doesn't know.
Yeah, she thinks it's something related to that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you're kind of like trying to identify and figure out what's going on, what's wrong with you, based on that. So you can't really cast Identify to know that.
Yeah. No, of course not.
To know what's wrong with you, but like, I mean, if you cast, okay, do you cast Remove Curse on yourself? Is my first question. Because you're not sure. Like you have to do some sort of like either like a let's say it's a history check, maybe to like cross-examine maybe what it could be. Or even like a medicine check.
Yeah, I think I would try a medicine check maybe to see if
to get the
if this made any
stuff.
sense.
Yeah.
To,
If it's a curse or something else.
Yeah, for sure. An 18.
A medicine. Yeah. Okay. Based on your symptoms, you're sure that this isn't a curse.
This
is
isn't a
else.
curse.
No. I think maybe like you're doing your medicine checks and you hold like the Shrine of Fate, like maybe it's kind of like an augury kind of thing, and then you're like, no, it's not. So it's something else.
Then I think she wouldn't cast Remove Curse. She would deal with it quietly. She wouldn't bring attention to herself being sick. And would just go about her days as much as she could.
Well, hold on. Yeah, your maximum hit points has decreased by 10.
Cool.
The curse of the brittle bones.
I have hollow bones, just like our bird friend.
All right. Guess what? Also, I'm an idiot. I just reread why it was that and what happened. I had it completely flipped in my brain. So retcon real quick. You know, it's not a disease; that it is a curse.
Oh, okay.
It's the other way around.
Well,
I had it flipped in my brain.
Yes,
I was like, make sure don't forget, Eric, and then I flipped.
I will cast Remove Curse on myself. Let me make sure it can be for a creature. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll cast Remove Curse on myself.
Okay. What does it look like when you remove curse?
I think she's in her quarters by herself, and she gets out her fuck, what's it called? Her
Holy symbol.
Thank you. Thank you. Holy symbol, which is just sort of it's mostly she's used her mentor's journal as her holy symbol. That's where she started taking notes about Istis. And I think she goes in prayer to Istis, and it's a very simple request that even if it's fate, she knows she has more to give Istis to please remove this curse from her, to help her do her true fate, to help her achieve her true fate, and not this early sort of death.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Okay, yeah, you are removed from the curses of a mummies. It was the dust from that trap.
God damn it, Eric! I knew it was too good to just be nothing.
Oof, no way. Yeah.
Never snort mummy dust. That's
Well, Finney's learned her lesson.
adventuring
just mainlined
101.
Yeah. So what this looks like is when oh man, so it's painful to remove this curse. It doesn't actually cost you anything like mechanically, but it's painful to remove this. In fact, and you keep like getting a sense of like that door, and like this curse is like a hand reaching from behind that vault.
I sort of imagine it's sort of like a bad fever she has to sweat out for a couple of days, you know?
Right.
And like hallucinations, bad nightmares, that kind of thing.
Right. That multi-faced creature, this like shadowy hand, that just the horrors under Tomoakin. That Yeah. But you do pull through. Who maintains the ship while the captain's under?
Yeah, she makes sure Bajko does.
It's probably Bajko. He's probably comes in and like visits Finney while she's like, he probably thinks she's just seasick again.
Yeah, and none of you have encountered Mummy Rock before.
Right. Yeah, and so probably he'll come in like every day and be like, Captain Finn, yeah. I'm sorry you're still not used to this whole ship travel thing, but you know, the crew wants to know.
About Bajko, don't worry. I'll be through this in a couple of days, but until then I need you to take over. I trust you to make sure that the Black Storm is taken care of, and the bull sharks listen to you because they're scared of you.
But what do I do?
Make sure we get back to Fort Blackwell.
Okay. All right. And like every day he comes in and asks you what to do. Like anytime there's any sort of kind of a decision, he's like, sorry to bother you while you're still sick.
We're running low on potatoes. What do we do with?
Yeah, exactly.
What do we do?
What do we do?
Yeah.
Is there potatoes in the ocean we can find? Like what do we do?
Yeah, every day she helps out from her sick bed.
Yeah, it's bad. He has no idea.
I like the idea that every day you get a checklist on a piece of paper. And it's like the same stuff every time, you know.
But I have to make sure he's on a checklist. I don't want to mess up his routine.
Right. No, it's the exact same thing every time.
Bajko's a man of routine.
He really kind of is.
It's also worth pointing out I found a tricorn and an eye patch.
Somewhere, just randomly.
Just found it, you know.
Makes sense.
I love it.
Well, the week of travel, with the rather fair weather, is so for those playing at home, it doesn't really feel like it has changed so much, but we have finished the end of Good Month. We have now entered, we are the first of Harvester. We are in the fall rather than the summer now. And so while it still feels like summer, we have just entered fall of seasons. I'm trying to keep track of time in this game in a better way. And so back into the game. The Black Storm. You're made it past up the coast. You're about halfway to Fort Blackwell when you are sort of waylaid. And by waylaid, I mean you don't really have a choice to evade this here. Not because of me, but because it's a big old dragon. I've
always wanted to talk to a dragon.
A bronze-colored, metallic-sized dragon. So it has big, huge, ribbed horns like on its head. It's about the size of your ship. screeches. It screams as it comes down, and like whizzes past your ship, like does a flyby. And everyone like freaks out for a moment until you see the colors.
I'm
on
wide-eyed
it.
with joy. I'm just like clapping my hands. Like,
It's
yes!
but for people who are like, no, it's okay. These are considered good dragons. But I mean, how
wanna
good is
talk
a
to it.
dragon?
I want to talk to it.
Yeah.
Can I call it down?
It will come. No, it whizzes by first and see like, hey, like slow down. Like it's like a cop pulling you over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely, you guys definitely.
Dragon, please. Do you know how
And there's
fast
a-
you were going in the ocean
There's
there?
a dragon. Do we slow down? It wants us to slow down.
Just
Yeah, we
take the checklist and do it. Wait, the dragon?
We
No.
should follow maritime
Finny,
laws.
Finny is still kind of sick. Yeah, when this is happening.
I
Like,
think
you're feeling.
I think this might be
you're on the
like
mend.
at the end of her
Yeah,
sickness.
no, exactly. Like, so, like, if you wanted to be here too, but if you also felt
Yeah.
like you were too incapacitated, it makes sense too. I'll leave it
I
up to
think
you.
she's probably like she's gotten where she can be up on the deck and actually keeping eyes on Boschko, but she's not doing everything yet. And she like yells out to Boschko to slow down.
Yeah.
And she's going to go to the edge and try to signal the dragon.
Yeah.
Finny ain't
Get the
scared.
little
enough.
flags out. You're just like,
Yeah. Well.
the little semaphore language to it.
Yeah.
No, it says, "Speak plainly, for you are in the presence of Nimor." How's it
I
going?
don't know any plain language. What
What's
up?
up?
Do I
Finny,
attack Finny?
no, do not attack.
Okay.
Finny looks at the dragon first. She goes, "Would you prefer common or draconic? I can do either."
How quaint that you could speak my tongue. And-
She literally says
Wonderful.
hello
yeah,
in draconic.
it's like, no, that doesn't. That's not the right accent. No, don't. Just don't. It hurts.
You should have.
Please,
I'm trying.
please, it
That's
hurts.
really all
Please.
that matters.
And it really does not like you speaking Draconic. It like gets a little disgust, like it snarls. It's like, no, that doesn't look. That's not good. Don't do that.
I spent over a year learning your language, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
How can we help you?
Well, I'm just making sure that piracy runs amok here. I'm just trying to clean up these trade routes, making sure everything you have is legal, so to speak.
So are you like a cop?
I
Protector.
really like cops.
I prefer
Sure, I
protector.
don't need to attack Finny. Are you sure?
I'm sure. Just wait just a moment.
All right.
Right. So it wants to sniff around and see what you have on your ship. Make sure nothing is ill-gotten. From what you hear, it sounds doesn't sound like it's lying, but I mean, you don't really deal with dragons who show up being like, "Hey, I run this trade route. I'm checking you."
Excuse me, dragon. Do you have a warrant?
Can I see your badge? Finny steps back and is like, "Oh, okay, fine."
Are
mean-
you gonna like upend it? Like, how does it work?
There's no warrants or anything like that. You know that they wouldn't have anything
Obviously.
like a legal charter.
Finny lets the dragon do what they wish.
I mean, there's a dark swirl of clouds over the dragon when you ask for a warrant, and you can feel the sense of like lightning and like your hair and feathers like begin to ripple, like static electricity is building, and then it goes away, and it says, "How is that for a warrant?"
It's still not really legal, but okay.
Are you sure? I don't need to attack here. Finny.
I
I'm
think
just,
it's better.
It's making me a little nervous.
I think it's better if we just wait for him. Let the dragon do what they want to do. I mean, we're not the ones that should be worried about piracy.
I feel like Korik comes up and just puts a hand on Bojko's shoulder and just like shakes his head. Like,
Mr. Dragon. Hello.
Yes.
I was wondering if you might have time to recite a tale or two that I might jot down for the preservation of knowledge.
You asking a bronze dragon for a story is like the most it blushes. It's like, oh well, I don't know. I'm kind of on the jobs here. I don't know if I could do something like that. And it's like trying so hard. It wants so badly to be like, oh my god, I know 600 stories, you know. But it's trying to be like, no, I'm working. It's resisting its nature right now to want to just
come
tell
on.
stories.
What's a couple of stories to while the crew here sorts out the arrangements for you to investigate the hole?
Make a persuade check.
Sweet.
Not at advantage. Just a persuade check.
Sweet. $17.
'No. You have to beat it.
I cannot believe.
Can I use one of my
it's
inspirations?
Like so close. No, you have to declare that before you roll, buddy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, that is how I do inspiration.
No, from the thingy, the bardic inspiration stuff.
Oh, bardic
No,
inspiration.
you have to give bardic inspiration to somebody else, and you have
It's-
to have already given it to them.
Yeah.
Oh, this
takes
is
an
not
action.
bardic inspiration. This is from the accordion.
Then you have to be
I
playing.
mean,
the
it
accordion?
behaves like bardic inspiration. You have to play the accordion. So
Okay.
no, unfortunately, no. In this moment, so it's literally like I want to so bad. How about after I do my inspection? You know, you could
Then you
also.
just-
And
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Yeah. I mean, it also like it doesn't like stroke its chin, but it says also unless you wanted to become a member of the bronze scales, it's like seems to like think of an idea like right now on the fly. It's
Oh, that
like,
sounds great. What do I need to do that?
well, for a moderate fee,
Yes.
I will give you one of my scales. So when I see your ship, I know that you are trustworthy.
Can I insight him while he's having this conversation?
Absolutely.
Because I feel
Absolutely.
like he's a fucking. We're getting
Yeah,
fucking
you are.
23.
You are totally getting fucking extorted.
I'm getting my bag out already, and I'm like counting out the gold.
She
He's
steps
extorting
forward
you.
over to Final. She says, "No,
He's
no.
he's extorting you in the name of good.
He's trying to."
Look,
he's
I
what-
can be
if
in a
you were-
dragon's
If you were a
club.
libertarian, it would feel like big government. If you were a libertarian.
She looks up at the dragon. She's like, "Are you really trying? I said you could smell our ship. Don't try to get more out of us."
Oh,
Don't ruin
no.
this for me.
Oh,
I can
don't-
be in a
And
dragon's club.
the dragon like spreads its wings as it like hovers really loud, and then you get the storm king. It's like, no, hold on a minute.
The voice of Tuck gets me.
Yeah, it he's like, now how dare you think that Nurim would do such a horrible thing like that? I'm protecting the realm, and you think me of greedy?
This isn't my first time at the rodeo, dragon friend. Do what you need to do and then leave. We're being very kind right now.
No doubt you have met the kind of the chromatics, not the metallics. The good ones under Bahamut.
I'm like writing down everything he says there. I'm thinking, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's saying these things, but like your insight check gives you those like, the dude still wants money. Like he's still a dragon, no matter what, however he paints it. And maybe it's for a good cause, but like you didn't sign up for this. You didn't consent.
I'll
to
give you
this.
100 gold right now.
Final, what?
Ah.
She looks over
by the
at
way-
Boschko and
Final, yeah. Do you have
Boschko's
fucking
gripping his-
telepathy Skype call coming in?
And it's like I answer it. I'm just like, what? What do you
You
want?
have, boy, you have brass balls. That might be bronze, but your balls are made of brass. What? Talking shit to that dragon? Pay up. Live another day.
Yeah, I'm just like, how much? I'd love to be a part of this guild.
Let me review the contents of your ship, and I shall assess the right fee from there.
He's clearly extorting you.
It's definitely...
Well, think of the stories though.
A
you
good
been
storyteller
raylaid by-
wouldn't have to pay for their stories.
A good storyteller lives his stories.
Finny just literally stomps off to the captain's corner. She's not dealing with this anymore. And before she goes in, she looks over at Boschko, over her shoulder at Boschko, and goes, "Do what you want to do," and just walks in.
You don't actually have anything good on your ship, except the cannons. The cannons are very good. He's not going to demand a cannon from you, but he's going to think that because you have cannons that you are rich. And so he's very disappointed. And so, in fact, he has searched your ship, and he thinks you're hiding it because there's no way you're this rich, but also this poor.
God, if only he knew us.
So
I'm rich in knowledge.
right. So you don't get rid of him. So he's like, I have now scoured your ship and searched for everything, but I have found nothing. It leaves me suspicious.
How much?
Tell me of the secret contents of your ship. And he's like trying to, he intimidates the crew, right? He tries to cower you all to like, fess up. Where's the good shit? Why are you hiding it?
So I look up at the dragon. Did he give his name?
Yeah, Nimor.
Nimor. So Nimor, please, I beseech you. You've searched our ship, top and bottom, inside and out. There is no hiding anything here. If anything, we are willing to do what you must. We're willing to pay your fee. And all we ask is that you humor us with a tale or two.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage because he really wants gold, but he sees you don't have anything.
I have gold. I can give him gold.
So if you can give him a good enough story, you'll be on your way and off the hook. But in order that to work, it requires a persuade check for him to actually
disadvantage. You said
that. No, just regular straight dice.
Alright. How's a 10 do you, Eric Vulgaris?
Not great. Not enough.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to pay him. He just hasn't said how much he wants to be paid.
He'd be willing to be paid 1,000 gold, and if the story's good enough. So 1,000 gold and a story, rather than just a story.
Okay. I'll chip in the 600 gold. That's all I got.
Like, I'm sorry to bother you all. I know that you are all pretty nice folk. And it kind of like, he kind of swallows his tongue a little bit when he says that stuff. So he's like, I will let you off easy with 1,000 gold and a good enough story from this one. Pointing to Pino.
Me? Oh, I have stories for days.
Yeah, but you get the impression that, like, this story better be freaking good. Like, he needs to be he demands satisfaction here. And that the whole crew should realize that, like, don't mess this up. You know? Yeah, what's up, Katie?
Finny's watching from like the window in the door, and she's just getting more and more annoyed.
Yeah.
Can I? This is gonna
read
fail
thoughts
wonderfully. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do something even stupider.
Okay.
Can I use sending, but like in disguise? That Finny is trying to send a message from Bahamut to tell this dragon to go away.
So like to a god? That would not.
She's using sending to send a message to this dragon, but she's wanting to do it like deceive him.
Oh, like it's a message from Bahamut?
Yes.
Oh. That would require. Yeah, we can try that.
I mean, I could do a deception roll. That's what that
would be. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use one of my channel divinities and do my I'm gonna make myself proficient. Yeah. And then I'm going to try to do this.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Best roll.
What do you say?
So Yeah, she just gets this like very
That's amazing.
I know, right? I did not think this would work.
You've been cursed by me and my dice, and blessed by me and my dice.
I think she like gets this like deep official voice, and I'm gonna count the words. This is your god Bahamut. Leave these people alone. Go on your way. Yeah, that's what she's gonna say.
Right. And so I think there's a moment when like you're all getting the money together, and he's kind of just like sitting there, like hovering, like looking intimidating, waiting impatiently. Pinel, you're like trying to think of like the story that you're gonna have to tell, and there's a moment when he's like, pardon me. I actually I think I have been mistaken. Have a safe trip. Be careful of pirates. And he, the skies lighten up, and he gives you a little like salute, and
Thank you.
flies away. He does like a flyby of your ship again, real quick, just to show off. Like he does it.
But
just
I wanted to
show off.
learn from you.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I just didn't
seemingly
think that
out
would
of
work.
nowhere, there's a change of heart, and he leaves.
Finny just strolls out of the captain's quarters with her hands in her pockets. So did you have fun? Did you learn anything?
No, I didn't. We were
Well,
this
you should-
close to gaining infinite knowledge.
I'm
This
sure. At least you saved some gold.
If gold is the only thing you worry about, then you can sink yourself with gold. You can't float with stories.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Bajka,
Stories are lighter than gold. So.
let's get back on the route, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Crew, full sail ahead.
Cool. So, the rest of the trip is, while it is fall, it feels like the middle of summer. It is very hot. The wind seems to switch up on itself as more rain comes in. It's definitely these summer storms that are tumultuous, but you're able to make it in time back to the fort. Now, as you guys arrive to Fort Blackwell, you actually get within range of some other sending spells, and there is one that comes in that is directed at you, Finian.
Yeah, I think it surprises her.
Right. And it's a request for to prepare space for a teleport. That this is High Warden Luxione of the Witch Wardens.
Yeah, I think it's sort of like someone cleaning their house really quickly before someone's, arriving. She's like out on the deck, like pushing Bull Shark to the side and like making sure there's room. She's she wants to seem like she knows what she's doing because she likes Lux.
Yeah. Right.
And she replies back, ready when you are, come whenever.
So for everyone else here, everyone else around, Lux is the head of the Witch Wardens, which is the group of the followers of the Witch Queen Weejas, who sort of runs the sort of high temple of Weejas in Sassarin. It's the people that Finny brought the Shadow Pearl to get people caught up. So I feel like you're kind of letting this all get known to Pinel. A little bit.
Yeah, she's completely just rambling about it as she's pushing people out of the way.
Like Pinel's heard of the Witch Wardens and like a High Warden, but you didn't know this. Maybe you did or not of Lux, depending how much you care. But you typically think
What is a
political
Witch
thing.
Warden though? Just for Dave's purpose.
A Witch Warden is a faction of mage priests to the goddess of death and magic, Weejas. So
they're pretty
very important,
high up
very
there.
powerful, very
Yeah.
powerful people.
And
you have the head. You have the head on the call, like coming to visit you.
And Finny turned down like a shit ton of platinum from them.
Yeah.
Biggest regret of her life.
Yeah. So Lux arrives ostentatiously. So normally when a teleport goes off. There's sort of like a little ripple in space, and it like explodes out, and like the person appears. And this one instead, it's like a swirling vortex of like petals, like rose petals, begin to go and like wilt off, and like then like they turn black and like dissolve as like after.
I like the idea that Penel was like, "Oh, that's beautiful."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it turns as they wilt and die. And in front of you is a lady way overdressed. She looks like she's ready to go to like an evening at like a gala or like somewhere like the noble district of Sassarin. And she's like, "I have to make this quick. I have other things that I must do tonight, but it involves the Shadow Pearl."
What's wrong?
There's not enough time to explain. I need to bring you back with me.
Finny just looks surprised,
For a short time.
but
Yeah.
she says, "Oh, all right. Give me just one second." And I think she this is Katie giving you all her stuff.
Yeah.
She gives Bajko her 4 regular potions of healing and tells him to take care of himself. Make sure that you don't attack first and ask questions later.
But who's
Always-
going to be the captain with your gun?
You will. You're first mate. You take over. You got this, Bajko. Just, don't kill anyone or threaten them.
Who's going to make me a list?
She looks over at Pinal. Can you make him a checklist every day?
What?
Just it doesn't even need to be
Bullet
like
journal.
important things. Just a list that he can follow and check off as it keeps him in order. Just tell him to do little things.
What?
I promise he'll be much easier to deal with if you just make him a list every day.
I'm sorry. There needs to be a little bit of clarification here. Sorry, Lady in Black, I don't mean to dismiss you because you're in the room and all that sort of stuff, but it's very strange that you're just sort of taking Captain.
We have a
It's
research
all right.
agreement. She says very dryly to you.
She has a what agreement?
Research.
Oh, well, by all means then.
She pats Bajko on the shoulders. Someone will make you a list, I promise. And she goes to Korik and gives him her 2 superior healing potions. And hugs him and tells him, I'll be in Sassarin when this is all over. We need to have a talk. And then she goes to Lux.
Lux looks at everyone and says, "I'm very sorry to do this. I apologize that I must take them away, but in the pursuit of knowledge, sacrifices must be made." And she snaps her fingers, and the vortex takes both of them away.
I would argue that knowledge is a very boring story, so I don't agree with that statement. Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, and then that's where we end today. So, episode 19 in the bag. I've been your
In the
host.
bag of holding.
In the bag of holding. I've been your host, but I always go last. Katie, thank you so much, Katie.
Yeah, I'm really sad to leave. This is my last session. But I have enjoyed this game immensely. I've enjoyed playing with all of you. It's been very fun to be Finny getting lost every single session. But I'm Katie. You can find me on Katie Face everywhere, Twitch, Twitter, everything. And tonight I'll be over on Off the Table playing Urban Shadows. I play tons of other games on Off the Table as well as some games on my channel. But you can just follow me on Twitter. I post a schedule and post what I'm doing every day.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa, Twitch and YouTube. It's Kelsa Delphi. I play role-playing games on the internet. Thursdays, usually I'm over on Outro One's channel playing Tomb of Annihilation, but this week I am on vacation. And every other Monday on my own channel, we are playing Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands, Love and Banterfill, Skyfist Dive, which is across the planet from the original Love and Banterfill, and takes place in a city that is partially underwater. And it's pretty awesome. yesterday we had a mech fight that was actually an exhibition of like a monster rally, a monster truck rally, but mech fight. It was
A
pretty
Mexer
great.
truck rally. I'm here
A
for it.
Mexter truck rally, except it was underwater and in a 3D arena.
Oh, that's
So.
really cool.
It was great.
Like a fish tank.
Henley, speaking of fish tanks.
Yo, what up? My name's Dave Fish Tank Henley Traeger. Pleasure to meet you all. Good fun. It was good playing with the caddy. It's an interesting time because I didn't really get to sort of play with you a lot, and you're moving on already, and that's just how D&D goes sometimes, I guess. Like the seats change, but you know.
Don't worry,
all that stuff.
I'd love to have her back sometime and stuff. It's just it's a scheduling thing. It's not like she hates the game. So it's the
Yes.
worst kind.
I hate all of you. That's why I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Forget you all.
No.
And like every good RPG ever made, she hoarded all of the potions until the very last boss fight.
I was the cleric. I didn't heal on my own. You had to have something.
So, you can find all my stuff over at twitch.tv/Henley or the old role-playing content that I have at youtube.com/Henley. Very easy, very simple. And that's pretty much that. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. So I'm Eric. I'm the host and game master, dungeon master of Savage Tide. I'll be back next week with episode 20, where we rack in Fort Blackwell and see what happens going next. And I think we have a new cast member ready to join us even as fast as next week. So that's looking forward to it, and looking forward to them. So yeah, with that, we're out of here. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.